welcome. This is the Deacon Kirby YouTube channel, and I'm here to give you a review on Bobby Jones Gospel. This is the edition of Bobby Jones Gospel that aired on July the 11th or 10th, was it? Either way, July. Anyway, we had a few guests on the show. And let's see how the show started off with the Nationals required singing "What a Friend We Have in Jesus," another version of it, rearrangement of "What a Friend We Have in Jesus." And Bobby Jones came out there and he was wearing this nice suit. Bobby Jones, this is the farewell 35th and final season of Bobby Jones, and Bobby Jones been showing out with the suit. I mean, this was a killer suit. It was purple. He had a vest on. Bobby Jones, that was nice. I need to call up Dr. Bobby Jones. I need to say, Dr. Bobby, can I borrow that suit? And Dr. Bobby Jones said, hey, you can have the suit, but you're a bona fide gospel singer. You can definitely have the suit. So I guess I'll be a bona fide gospel singer so I can have Bobby Jones' suit. Anyway, on with the show. Surprise guests on the show. One of the guests on the show that Bobby Jones called on to be on there, Ledisi. Now, I love Ledisi. Ledisi is a great singer. She sings R&B and gospel. And she sung a classic, Change, written by Walter Hawkins, sung by Tremaine Hawkins. Change is forever a classic gospel song. Ledisi, with her background in gospel, she reminds me of those R&B stars, people that go off and sing secular music, but they still remember where they come from, their church background. They don't throw that on the back burner. They keep on doing what they do in the secular realm and in the church realm, And Ledisi stays true to her teachings. I mean, a couple other people that are like that is Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin. So I'm kind of comparing Ledisi to Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin. And Ledisi is definitely going to be a legend in the field of music. Another special singer that came on the show was Anita Wilson, and she sung "You Love Me," a song called "You Love Me." The tune of it kind of went off like, "Whoa, whoa, you got the best of my love." It kind of sounded like that a little bit. Little Anita Wilson Ross, like Diana Ross, you get it? Anyway, Ted Winn sung his song "More." I remember when he was advertising and promoting more through Instagram and Facebook. I was following Ted Winn on social media, and I was, hearing his "More" song. And it's a great song. If you haven't got a chance to listen to it, go on Amazon, iTunes, and download that song. Get that song from Ted Winn. He had the panel where he talks to all his special guests that was on the show that day. So he was talking to Anita Wilson. He was talking to Ted Winn. He was talking to Ledisi, and who's going to perform later on in the show? The Pace Sisters. Yes. That's representing the Pace Sisters on the panel was Duranice and I can't get her name right now. But it was two Pace Sisters there on the show. But the panel was talking about how did Bobby Jones influence them. How did they feel about Bobby Jones being on the air? How Bobby Jones made an impact on their lives. And Anita Wilson kind of tricked me a little bit. She said she was 39 years old. I don't believe it. Anita Wilson, 39 years old. She kind of looks 16, pretty young to be 39. I got to see her ID, make sure she's telling the truth. But Anita Wilson said this has been her third appearance on the Bobby Jones Gospel. That's the Trinity, three. Trinity, 3 in God, 3 in 1. That's a good number right there. Ledisi. She referred to Bobby Jones as a friend. And that's the word friend is a special word, especially when somebody can consider you as a friend. That leaves a special place in somebody's heart. And Bobby Jones is a friend of Ledisi. And she talked about how Bobby Jones gave her first appearance on BET television. It was that happened because of Bobby Jones, Ledisi said. The Pace Sisters, you can't give preachers a mic. These two ladies were preachers. I love the Pace Sisters. I especially love Duranice Pace. Duranice Pace has to be my favorite Pace. But they done went off. They got the mic and they started preaching. They did some good word. I probably could stay home and not go to church that Sunday, you know, because that was some good word the pastor that was preaching. So much they said. One pastor was talking about hope. She was talking about hope, and Duranice gave her testimony about her being sick, and Duranice really started making the tears come out of Bobby Jones' eye. Bobby Jones just started to cry. And they had to go to commercial after that because Bobby Jones couldn't take it. He was really about to pour down crying. I couldn't believe when the camera went off, Bobby Jones made a river on the stage. But the Page Sisters got up there and they sung their song. The song was, it was a praise song, you know, and they was spelling praise out, you know. So if you didn't know how to spell praise, listen to that Page Sisters song. You will learn how to spell praise. And Bobby Jones ended with the Nashville Super Choir closing out the show. Great show. I love the show. Lovely show. Well put together. One of my favorite episodes. I have a lot of favorite episodes, and this is definitely one of them. Well, that is all for my Deep and Crib review of Bobby Jones Gospel, the July 10th edition of Bobby Jones Gospel. And I'll be back with another Bobby Jones Gospel review. So stay tuned and say to your neighbor, wonderful Savior.